Hi, so you guys have both worked on anime. You a lot, you, Naruto. What's your favorite anime or manga to watch and read?
Naruto.
Suck up.
Well, it is.
There you go.
Plus, I'm flipping the channels and I'm like, hey, I know that voice. And I watch the show, I'm like, oh, that's gonna happen. But, you know, I don't see the other people's parts because we're moving fast, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm like, what? Oh, wow. Like, you know, that's what they were talking about. But I like watching the show. Although sometimes I'm like, geez, I need more wine. I can't hear myself scream anymore.
Yeah. My favorite anime TV series is probably still The Vision of Escaflowne. Actually the show that inspired me to become a voice actor. I desperately wanted to work on that show. I wanted to play Alan Shazar. But unfortunately it went to Vancouver, and I was not living in Vancouver at the time, so I couldn't work on it. But my favorite anime movie is probably Laputa, Castle in the Sky, because I'm a big Miyazaki fan. As far as manga goes, it's funny, I don't read that much manga, usually because I'm so busy working on anime. But I do like Miyazaki's Nausicaa manga, Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind. And actually, a lot of the manga I read ends up being more research, because I'm trying to find out historical stuff. So I end up reading a lot of Tezuka. I really like Blackjack. I think Blackjack's a lot of fun. I had to read Battle Angel Alita Gundam, because I fell in love with the anime and they only made 2 episodes, and I had to know what happened next. So I think that was probably the first manga I ever read was Battle Angel Alita, because I wanted to know what happened. Where'd she go? But other than that, I haven't really picked up. Oh, Loveless! I do like Loveless. Yeah, Loveless, really good manga, very pretty. Very pretty manga. But yeah, that's probably it for my manga. And the Buddha, I love the big version that Vertical Press did of Tezuka's Buddha manga, which is really cool.
Thank you.
You bet.
Do you guys ever like go online and see some of the fan art that people make for like fan fictions? Like,
Oh, I don't have to go online, they email it to me. My inbox is full. I got all sorts of stuff, yeah.
I don't read the fan fiction.
Probably a smart idea.
Yeah, right? You know, once in a while I cruise the internet and I see some horrible thing someone's done. It's my voice coming out of some dirty picture. And I'm like, hey, this is why I don't do this. And the fan fiction I just stay away from because I always feel like it's a tricky business. You know, I do a lot of acting. And what's tricky about it is you don't want people to think, oh, somehow what I wrote ended up as a product in your show, or something like that. Like, you don't want to encourage that. Like, people might think for some reason that an idea was stolen from them. So I generally don't do that, just for that reason. And people have sent me stuff, and I just say, you know, I don't read this. Like, you know, it's like, this is because I don't want it to ever be like, wait a minute, that was my exact idea and you did it, you know, so I don't do that. And then the internet is like, you know, it's fun to read some of the stuff, and then sometimes you're like, geez, you know, I know you want to kill me, but just a cartoon character. You know, it's like, I don't care if you hate me, but don't kill me, you know. And then you read a lot of really nice stuff, which makes up for the other stuff that I read.
Yeah. Yes, I see the fan art sometimes, which is nice. I don't really read...
Oh, I do like the fan art.
Fan art, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really read fan fiction, just because I'm busy, you know? But it's true that producers, directors, creators do have to be careful. That's why if you were to ever submit a script to a studio, say you wanted to get a writing job on a television series, you have to do it a certain way. You can't just send them the script through the mail and expect them to open it and read it, because it opens them up to liability in terms of possibility you suing them later for stealing their idea. There's a sort of a proper way that things have to be done in the industry in order for them to consider you as a professional. And so I realize that sometimes the fan base doesn't always understand that, especially with the internet now, because It allows people to just sort of instantly interact with each other, and this sort of instant community, jumps up. But there is a certain method to the way the professional entertainment industry works, and it works that way for a reason. And so that usually sometimes becomes a barrier to interacting with things like fan fiction, because it could cause problems in the future, and we've got to get our job done. That's sort of our primary